Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today I'm going to be taking a first impressions look at the early access release of INCISION. I actually received a key for this from the dev via keymailer, so this is going to be recorded before the game is actually out, but it's out tomorrow, so it should be out by the time you see this video, since I am slow. But I took a look at the demo for this, and it was interesting, though it definitely needs more polish, and, you know, that's what the early access period is for. It seems like the dev is kind of learning as they go, so they are likely looking to actually improve the game with feedback during the early access period. So, we're going to be taking a look at this. It is not the same level from the demo, as far as I can tell. I loaded it up with a new game, and it seems like it's a different level entirely, so we will be seeing new stuff there. I'm never sure of that with the demos for these throwback shooters. But yeah, this is a throwback retro-style shooter with kind of Quake-esque graphics. And it is in a horrible biomechanical world that has been taken over by the Growth, which is some kind of machine that has turned everything into a machine-flesh hybrid, except for our protagonist, who has managed to avoid infection. So, we're going to go with just the second difficulty, because this is the intended amount of challenge, and the main reason I'm doing this, instead of going for overkill through overconfidence, is because the game still does not have any kind of checkpoints. You have a live system, and if you run out of lives, then you have to do the entire level over again, and the levels are fairly long, based on the demo. It sounds like the dev also is having some trouble adding any kind of checkpointing, because you'd have to rewrite the entire code, apparently, to do that. I don't know why you wouldn't maybe consider that when you were coding it, but, you know, that may change. But for now, we're going to go with this so that I don't have to replay the level if I am not doing well. And you can see that if you go with the higher difficulties, it increases projectile speed and projectile damage. When I loaded this up earlier, there was a third slider here for enemy health, but that seems to have been removed by a patch, so I'm guessing that doesn't actually do anything. But yeah, that's a similar way that Dusk did it for difficulty, is just increasing the projectile speed and damage, so enemies don't become bullet sponges, but you do have to dodge better. Do I need to turn down sensitivity? I think it's still using my same settings from the demo for sensitivity, because it's at like 0.3 right now. That's not what I need. I need options. Yeah, it's at like 0.3, so it's pretty low. It is a fast-paced shooter. Alright. It's been 6 months since the relocation. 6 months of watching it all change. I'm leaving today. So I guess we've just been kind of hiding out as the world went to literal hell. And this is like our safe house. Kind of similar to the protagonist in Lone Survivor. I thought that was an eyeball for a second, just a giant harvested eyeball. We've got our Magnum to start with, which for some reason you can just endlessly reload. Got some of our biomechanical hybrid monsters here, which I guess we've been studying for weaknesses. Let's say INI. I'm going to imagine that this biomechanical hell world probably does not smell great. Some kind of like night here. It looks like steel. It feels like steel. It smells like rot. Very little of the person remains after the processing. Like we got some old CRTs down here. Not connected to anything, just a monitor and a keyboard. So I guess if you see those green sparkles, that's like an interact point, which were not in the demo. Your body is capable of double jumping. Good to know. Was that in the demo? I can't remember. So this is the secondary fire for the revolver. You just spin it. I think you actually do more damage because the description of the weapons on the store page says something about doing tricks to make the revolver do more damage. Stay sane, damn it. Guns bio-locked. I'm guessing that means the guns on enemies, so we can't steal them. Not alive. No mercy. Not real steel. Organic fabrication. All of it is made from a single material. I can't make heads or tails from it. It is a master of imitation. An alchemic miracle. So I guess it's all, like, flesh, then? Some of the flesh looks like metal, some of it is just flesh. More magnum bullets. Okay, we also got our saw spear, which has pretty long range, and the secondary is basically a chainsaw. Despite that, I don't remember it being very useful in demo. Oh, okay. Good thing we chose to leave today, because that's when they were busting in anyway. So yeah, those are the bio-locked guns, which are kind of just a big pipe rifle. You can also kick. Got a Duke Mighty Foot. With the cloud of blood that comes out of them on impact, it's a little hard to tell where you're hitting them. I can't tell if I'm getting headshots. And you can see that these are not hit scan enemies. I mean, if they were, the projectile speed thing wouldn't make sense. But I think there are no hit scans in this game. Someone got just flensed waiting in front of their door. They look very small compared to us. Perhaps that was a child. So these are the, I guess, the regular enemies. They don't really look all that horrible. They're just kind of knights of fused steel. I hear another one. Again, using the ocelot technique, I don't think we're ever going to have to fight off bees, but if we ever needed to, this is how you kill bees. Got a secret. Another hiding person with a shotgun. I think the shotgun is an auto shotgun. But only in the secondary fire, okay. Flashlight in dark spaces. The meat is just coming right in. It's not exactly what they mean by meet and greet. Oh, these guys that throw their axes. Oh, okay, they bounce. Good. Taking cover doesn't work. So yeah, it's a little hard to avoid damage in these tight corridors. Especially if you don't want to use up all your bullets. I don't know if there's any items in these garbage bags. I feel like at least one of them has to have something in it. Okay, it's not perspective shifting, it is just moving on its own occasionally. Wasn't sure. And a button, we've got some kind of terminal. Probably an explosive barrel. Can I kick this? You think it'll blow me up if I kick it? Yep. I don't know, if you have a kick feature, let people kick the damn explosive barrels at enemies. Alright, it's okay, we didn't really lose much. And we learn to avoid explosive barrels. Also, you don't start with any lives, so if you die at all, you go back to the beginning. Which I really do hope that the dev manages to change. I think the regular attack is probably more useful than the chainsaw, because it's very fast and it has a long range. You actually have enough distance that you're not just getting shot in the face every time they fire. Alright, secret. So the guy that throws the blades is rather tanky. We're not going to be able to melee him. But yeah, no checkpoints, no quick saving. The only way to progress is to beat the level. Thankfully, there's one up here, so now we have a little bit of a safety barrier. Alright, now we're outside, so it should be a little more manageable to not get shot. This pistol is not that accurate, I'm noticing. I guess that's why it's called Hole in the Sky. We seem to be inside a giant, cavernous maw. One thing I'm noticing is a discrepancy here is that the store page description of the shotgun says that it fires incendiary grenades as its secondary, and that doesn't seem to be the case, so maybe there's a second shotgun. Alright, we got turrets that are just upside down faces. It's a little hard in games like this to get a close look at enemy designs because, you know, they kill you in seconds if you get too close. Gotta be a secret back here, right? Apparently that doesn't count as a secret. Also, can I get back out from here? Alright, I think that's all we can do here. I do wonder why there was all those explosive barrels in that one room and no enemies. I think the idea, too, is that all of this growth, including these concrete structures, are kind of cancerous and random. They don't actually serve a purpose for the most part. So there you can see the range on the saw spear is pretty effective. Actually, probably works on these guys when we're not in a corridor. Okay, what have we got in this horrible place? The steel grows on their flesh. Wires meet their nerves, eventually resurrecting the body with none of their mind left intact. So does that mean it only converts the dead and not the living? Oh, spider folk. Those guys have one of those awful spread projectiles. And yes, I am going all the way back here to get this hell. There's no room to take chances. Oh, okay. Well, there's just a bunch of health here, too. The music is decent, but I feel like it should reduce in intensity when there isn't anything going on. Alright, let me just whip all my shotgun blasts. Now, it's said that you can kick dented walls for secrets. And I don't know if that means that they very obviously are going to have that big dent in them, like the one we saw at first. Okay, there's machine gun magazines. That makes me think that I already missed a secret with the machine gun. Actually, so far, this seems to be the most generally effective weapon. Except maybe against those, because they have very fast projectiles that explode. Okay, we got an elevator going down, but also up. So there's got to be a secret at one end of that thing. Can you flush yourself down the toilet? No. It's a shame. Alright, my guess is if we go down, that is the way out. So going up should be the less direct path. Or it could be that down is a dead end. I do sort of feel like the shotgun does not as punchy as it should be for having that delay from the pump. Like, it doesn't do enough damage to even these basic enemies where it takes 2 shots that it feels like it warrants that slow time between shots. Alright, so there is stuff up there, which means let's go down here. Okay, it's webbed off anyway. And I don't think we can cut through the web with our saw spear. I wonder if I can see any secrets from up here. Alright. Got an SOS. I think we put that there. So this must be outside our apartment window. Well, that gibbed him pretty good, so maybe you just have to be a lot closer than I was for the shotgun to feel effective. Alright. Got a bunch of stim injectors, but is there anything else up here? Probably get up on that ledge above me. In fact, I think that is just the roof. Oh no. I don't know if there's fall damage in this game either, so I'm trying not to take that risk. There appears to be an invisible wall, though, which is kind of lame. It does also seem like there's just ammo hidden everywhere. That's not necessarily a secret. But your actual ammo capacity is fairly low. I think we're maxed out on shotgun right now. Alright, well, carrying on. Let's get back to the roof. I guess we're trying to get through the hole in the sky to get out into the greater world. What I was originally trying to do was just get up here and then get up here, but I think there's an invisible wall there as well. I could jump into that cage. That looks tempting. Might actually be the way to go. Okay, well, there's a secret. Don't know machine gun, just more machine gun magazines. I'm gonna be maxed out on that before I even find it. I really do feel that a game like this, though, needs a dash. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just to blame for Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, where these kind of retro throwback shooters feel like they either need a slide or a dash. Something to give you that extra bit of mobility when you're in a bad situation. Because otherwise, all I feel like I can do is double jump spam in hope that I avoid shit. Really don't like these guys. Alright, there's the machine gun. Oh yeah, it's the one that looks like some kind of flak cannon or something an orc from 40K would use. What is the secondary? Okay, that's the grenade launcher. Got a lot of bullets for this thing, so I should probably use them. I think I kind of went backwards there. I got this pulsing thing over here, which I think we want to destroy. What's over on the other section here? Aside from those two spammy assholes. I mean, I guess at least those guys only shoot on a horizontal line, so you can jump over their projectile wall. Alright, and nothing else back here. Just a little bit of ammo and health. Let me drop down. think we're gonna need to kill this thing, which will trigger something. Let out all that tumor juice. There was a person in there once. Bridge lower. Okay, that'll lead us across the pit. And seemingly we can probably go up that building to the surface of this current cancer tumor mouth. Though we know there's going to be more on the other side. I don't think that you can spin to reflect projectiles like you can in Dusk. Okay. So, you seem to pick up speed extremely after a couple seconds. I was hoping to double jump, you know, once I fell a bit, but no, it just dropped me there. And, like, there's obviously a secret. I guess I could have probably played it safe and dropped down from here. Secret? It's just shotgun shells. And also, how do I get back up without dying? That's the real question. Okay, go up here, and then what? Oh, okay, there's a little side path. That scatter also has a lot more spread than the regular fire. So I guess it's better when there's a crowd rushing at you. I have 5 health left, but I still have an extra life, so not too desperate. I do love the visual style of this game. I think that's probably its strongest point, though. This very grimy, slimy, biopunk kind of combination. So hopefully, with the early access period, they'll be able to kind of refine the gameplay stuff to really nail the combat feel. Because I think that is the thing that kind of sink or swim for these retro throwback games is how well does it play. A great style is kind of just a bonus, but I think some of the best examples of this really do have just super solid gameplay that doesn't suffer from feeling like a throwback in the negative way. Because I don't think you should ever really, when designing something like this, be beholden to the design tropes of the originals. You take the parts that work and then refine them with new ideas, rather than simply like, well, we have to do it like this because Quake did it this way, even if it wasn't always for the best. And if it doesn't fit your style, you know? Alright, what do we open with this? Oh, I didn't actually hit it hard enough to open it. where I'm going. Typically, when you have a switch like that, you want to make it apparent from the position of the switch what you opened, but I think it's this thing. Alright, we cut the face and exit the level. Now, that level wasn't too long. Killed everyone, got like half the secrets. Alright, so I guess since that didn't take too long, we'll check out the next level. I'm wondering how many levels until you hit the demo levels, or if those are even going to be in the game, and we're not just purpose-made for the demo as a kind of proof of concept. This is also definitely not a demo level. We do have lava. Or molten flesh metal, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Actually, I'm not taking damage. I'm, like, not stepping on it long enough to catch on fire. Alright, there goes one of my lives. The last extra one I had, I guess. But I didn't lose a life in the last level, so I guess it resets every level? So that you can't stockpile lives? Anything actually down here? No, that just seems to get you back out. I do think that maybe cutting those tumors as like a mid-level checkpoint would probably be a good spot for them. Because again, that level wasn't too long, but that would be a decent, I think, progression point to be like, okay, this is how we break up the level. Unless it's something you're doing a lot more often later levels. I do remember the music being heavier in the demo, but again, maybe that's because it's a later level and we're still in the kind of mystery phase early on. Probably a secret back there. I have to remember that I have a flashlight too. Shouldn't go up there because I'm just going to set off more enemies. I mean, if this is the intended kind of difficulty, then it doesn't seem too bad. You can die very quickly if you get into a bad spot, but nothing does, like, huge amounts of damage yet. Though if I remember correctly, the thing that fucked me up in the demo was the guy with rocket launchers. Which obviously will kill you very quickly. And that's, I think, where all of my lives went. Those guys suck, though. Turrets? Because even if they hit you with their projectiles, I think they still then explode after. hell that was right there. Thought it was just a bouncing gib for a second. Okay, that's back the way we came. So is this a dead end back here? Well, there's a force field. Thought it was a portal, but no. Seems like a force field of liquid flesh, maybe? Looking especially lo-fi back here for some reason. I don't know, the textures here just seem a little more pixel horror than the rest of them, but maybe that's just because the other ones are more kind of coated in blood and dirt, so it's less noticeable there. Welcome to the Hell Room. The Hell Vein Room. So, nothing back here. I'm guessing whatever controls those force fields is going to be fleshy. That's how we'll know that we can break it. There's also this area up here. Oh, okay. It just circles back on itself. Okay, that time I actually did one-shot him, so I guess if you're close enough, your spread of projectiles will take him out. A lot of these bodies don't seem to have been processed, but maybe this is where they go for processing, and eventually those will become new enemies. This level does have kind of like a factory feel. Oh, you can still shoot through these. Yeah, these seem to be conversion cells. You can see they're growing new enemies. He extra violently exploded. Look at him. He got powdered and aerosolized. Oop. Drill men, I remember these. Best way to deal with those turrets seems to be just run straight at them, and they'll leave a line of projectiles behind you. So... doesn't seem like there's a way to get into that room back there. There's so much shooting at me from inside, so I guess there's a long way around. I'm trying to keep an eye out for those dents in the walls, but I'm really not seeing anything. Everything looks pretty level. And now I'm out of machine gun ammo. Well, this one at least tells you the force fields are offline, but I was going to guess that as what it would activate, considering there's no door around here. I like that these guys have such clean white teeth. Were they just grown that way, or did they always have nice teeth, and that's why they got chosen to be Saw Hand Man? Hey there, fella. Citizen. These are the new citizens. Just a random amalgamation of wires and flesh. Incompatible and lost, born as failures, spat out by the flesh, easy prey for the nail spitters. Most of them seem to wander in pairs. I don't know who the nail spitters are specifically. I guess the little crawling folks, the spider people. There's a lot of just random machine guns lying around in places that seem to have been held by the people. That feels like a staple of, like, Doom and Doom-inspired games, is the Crusher. I just played a level in Heretic recently from the expansion that is all about a Crusher. But you remember that one weird level in Doom 2 that's just a spider mastermind being crushed by a giant crusher very slowly? I think that might have been one of McGee's levels, but I'm not sure. I don't know Doom stuff so well that I can tell you who the level designer is for each of the levels. Alright, nothing up here. Nothing behind the blood waterfall. There's always something behind the waterfalls. There's the rocket launcher, the quad barrel, inspired by the M202 Flash. And I believe the secondary fire just fires all 4 rockets at once. Okay. Well, I backed into the other Crusher. So yeah, you can see why maybe just having a live system is a little punishing in a game like this, where you can get insta-killed like that. Excuse me, did I just take 4,956 damage? Well, I guess 5,000 because I had like 46 health. And then you get to do it all over again. Which I don't think I'm going to do. But there is, right now, for some reason, the cheats are just bound to the function keys. So if you try to quick save your first time, you're probably going to hit, like, free camera or whatever. But one of them is all weapons, so I'm going to turn that back on. I disabled it so specifically I wouldn't accidentally hit it when I'm trying to quick save instinctively. Actually, they seem to have been removed. I was gonna use that to show the other weapons. But yeah, I guess they're not in here now, because this must be the actual early access build. And not the preview build that I had before. So I'm not seeing those. I wonder if they still work. Oh, yeah, the hide HUD one still works. And hide player model. And the other one is free camera. But once you activate that, you cannot get out of it without ending the game. Anyway, I think we've seen most of the weapons that are in this build right now with the rocket launcher. because when I used that all weapons cheat, I did not see anything except for this arsenal here. So I think the other weapons listed on the control screen are not in the game yet, or they weren't in that build, but they're in this one. I don't know. Anyhow, this is going into early access tomorrow, so it'll be out on the 16th if you want to check it out. But I do think that maybe this meat needs a little more time in the oven before I can fully recommend it. It's cool, and I think it has a little bit of a slower pace than some of the other throwback stuff out right now, which is perhaps refreshing to not have everything be like reflex-based. But I do think that having a live system, especially one where you don't start with any lives and find very few with no checkpoints, is a little too punishing for how quickly you can get killed. I don't even know what killed me. It seemed like I got hit by those nail spitters or whatever, but I don't know why they did that much damage in one hit. Unless there was an explosive barrel behind me I didn't see. But yeah, thanks for joining me for this look at Incision, and maybe we'll check back in on it after some time to see if it has improved. But for now, I'm going to say just keep an eye on this rather than maybe play it yourself just yet. And thank you to the dev for sending me a key, because it's pretty rare still for anyone to actually send those keys, even when I request them via the proper, you know, key mailer or press engine channels. So I'll see you folks around. I've definitely got more of these retro shooters to take a look at, especially because Realms Deep is tomorrow, so I'm sure we're going to get more demos or some new releases soon. And I already have some kind of backlog that I want to check out. Take care, y'all.